Hi everyone, my name's Alyssa and I'm the founder of Clearview Compass, and I'm also an occupational therapist, which means that I'm pretty familiar with assistive technology, and I have a lot of people in my life, friends and colleagues and clients and whatnot, that use various types of assistive technology to access their world. One of the most common things that I see that's really frustrating for me and for the people around me is PDFs or websites or documents that are hard to navigate and impossible to use if you're using something like a screen reader. So I'm just going to walk through the process that I use to ensure that people can access the PDFs that we create. First, I've opened this document, which I made on Canva, and I love Canva. Unfortunately, most things that people download directly from Canva are not super accessible. So we're going to go to all tools. First things first, this is meant to be a fillable form, and right now there aren't any form fields. So I'm going to be going through two steps. First, I need to prepare this as a form to add in the fillable fields. A lot of times those fields aren't recognized and they aren't tagged. Just imagine when you click tab and get from one section to the next appropriate section really easily. So if somebody's blind, that's how they navigate. So fun fact, typically you can understand something that's up to 2 times faster than what the average speed is. So if you are around somebody, let's say, that's blind and they're using accessibility tools to navigate a website, they can hear and understand speech at insane speeds, like really, really, really fast speeds. And so let's say I'm looking at a PDF and I know more or less, I've used it before, what's on it, and I want to skip to like the 3rd page in the 2nd section. I can skim and scroll really fast and be like, okay, I'm on the page 3. I actually don't care about this other stuff. I just want to go straight here. If you use the appropriate headers and nested subheaders, so imagine like you're taking notes and you've got like a big bold, and then you go down and it's like underlined and then italicized, and then, you know, like think classic APA header formatting requirements. That information, if it's tagged appropriately, gives somebody so much more control to be able to skip. If everything is indiscriminately tagged the same as like just a standard paragraph text, it's a lot harder for somebody to know. Like you can skip from one heading or section to the next section if you need to and if you know where you're going.
Because that's challenging for someone who can't see the screen. When a website is not accessible, it's the most frustrating experience because I am doing all the commands that I know typically work on a page to either get to an edit field or tell me a heading or different things, but they aren't working like they should. So I hit subscribe after filling out the username and password and all the information I asked for. And it's not telling me anything like if the page reloaded, if there's an error. So I'm going to go to the top of the page and hit H for heading. And looks like for some reason it didn't go through, but I don't have any error field. So it's not telling me what's wrong with this page and what I need to fix, and maybe call me impatient, but I don't typically sit around and sit on that page a long time trying to figure this out because it's so frustrating to me, and it's not worth it to me to get all worked up about something when I can just move on to a different site.